Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I am going to go down next to the bee field and I'm going to put the winter covers on the hives, and then right over there's a whole bunch of big buckthorn I have to cut down. So come on along, that's what we're doing today. First thing I had to do was load up the tractor, the carry-all on the tractor. This is the herbicide that I use on the stumps from the buckthorn to keep them from regrowing. So I got my Buckthorn Blaster, got my Steel MS-150 chainsaw. Those black things you see there are the winter covers for the hives. I have my tote of oil and gas for the chainsaw, have my forestry helmet and my chaps. I thought maybe I would take you on a little drive through our property here. Here we're going down the driveway from the main road. Looking to our left here, a quick shot of a deer trail. There are a lot of deer trails through the property. A lot of deer around here. I used to hunt deer, but I don't do it anymore. Moving along around the driveway here, we're going to take a look at the hayfield, which is on our right. That's about a 10-acre plot that we rent out for hay to a local guy who uses it to feed his horses. The driveway is about 1,000 feet long from the road to the house. To the left here is what we call the bee field. That's where we keep our beehives, but that is about a 1-acre chunk on the left there, and we planted wildflowers in that 1-acre piece about 5 years ago. The wildflowers are doing okay, but not exceptional. They wanted us to spray the whole field with Roundup, and I didn't want to do that. They said, or else you could burn it, and I didn't want to do that either. So we just plowed it up, planted the wildflower seeds, and went with what came up. It's a sign alerting people to the fact that there's bees down this old trail here. And there are the beehives on our right. It's a shot of the bee field on the left with the wildflowers. And we're just coming up to the beehives now. There's 2 of our 3 hives are right here. We've got 3 beehives here. 2 of them are pretty close to each other right here. You can see I have electric fencing around them to try and scare off the bears. We've never had a bear issue, but last summer we had one that was pretty close and I had to scare it off from the bird feeder a couple times. So my neighbor gave me a electric fence set up here. So it's been up ever since then. Although the electric fence is not on right now, so I have to move some of the wires here so I can get into the hive. This is a winter cover. It's essentially waxed cardboard. So I'll show you how it fits on the hive. tell you, if there's a way to trip over something, I'll find it. It's called a moisture board. And if there's an easy way to do something, I'll find the hardest way. And then I'll goof that up once or twice before I get it right. Okay, that one is now done. So this is what we're trying to eradicate today. Right here you can see there's thorns. And these branches right here, those things will just as soon make you bleed as not. Buckthorn it's called, horrible stuff. Anyway, when the buckthorn, there's male and female buckthorn plants, when they mature, they develop berries like this. And the birds eat the berries. So when the birds poop out the berries, they get a little bit of fertilizer along with them, and that's how they spread in areas. So I've cut, this is one I've already cut. It's a pretty good size one. That's the stump right there. I'll put my hand next to it so you can get a feel for, that's probably about a 3-inch stump or so. But this is our creek area down here. We have a creek that runs through here. Still a little snow on the ground. But in the summertime it's a real pretty area. But this buckthorn, man, it tries to kill you. Buckthorns come in all sizes. This is the tool I'm going to use for this relatively small one here. This one is only about probably close to 1 inch or so in diameter. As I work up the trunk here, you'll see it has berries. So that's a female. Females are the worst. I can feel the berries dropping on my head. Maybe I should use the chainsaw on this one. There she goes. And then we use the Buckthorn Blaster to go around the stump here so it won't grow back. This herbicide here, we put a blue dye in it so that we can tell which ones we've treated after we treat them. So we have some deer activity here. This is what's called a scrape. The bucks will scrape the ground with their hooves and then they'll pee on it. And they're marking the territory. This is a rub. It's called where they're rubbing their antlers, rubbing the velvet off their antlers. Getting ready to fight another buck for the privilege of mounting a doe. But what I wanted to point out here is, if we go up this, when I was first looking, and this is a speckled alder shrub. And those, you know, when you're 10 or so feet away, those little cones kind of look like the buckthorn berries. So you got to be careful because we don't want to kill the speckled alder. We just want to kill the buckthorn. So all these little berry-like things are actually speckled alder cones up there. Speckled alder are a little bit unique, and you can tell them from other plants, other shrubs, by the bark. You see the bark is kind of speckled there. And they also have these little cones here that if you're looking up at this and the sky is your background, these little cones look very similar to buckthorn berries. But as you can see, they're not. They're really just like mini pine cones. And that's their method of seed dispersal. If you're interested in buckthorn removal and the best way to do that, I'll post a link in the description to this video. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one.